Hello, everybody. My name is Shortline K819. Oh, wait, no, I have something new. I have this. Hopefully the audio is okay. It's been a hot minute. Let me just test out something real quick. Yeah, there we go. Now it works. It's been a hot minute. I have not streamed for the last month. I mean, I did technically stream, but I deleted the streams because there were some serious issues with them and I didn't want to leave them up. But we're back. We're back in Kerbal Space Program today. We're going to be working on a Duna shuttle, a Duna orbit to Duna surface, and then Duna surface to Duna orbit shuttle, or Mars excursion module, or whatever you want to call it. But today, yeah, we'll be getting back into KSP. I am excited to stream again. I have a little bit of time. This weekend has been relatively lax, which has been nice. After 4 weeks, my midterms are finally over. I will probably rant about that at some point, but not right now. But yeah, here we are. Anyways, let's get into Kerbal Space Program. Here we go. And let's go ahead and start. I have made a save game called Forever Save 2 as compared to, or Forever Save parentheses real, mostly just to do this in. I decided to try out the KSP music because I feel like we're going to be in the VAB constantly today. Holy crap, you're alive. Hello, James. Yes, I am. I am alive. I am not dead. I am real as always. Okay, before we get into it, I want to show you Fonks indeed. I want to show you a couple of things. The first thing I want to show you is why exactly am I making a Duna lander. First of all, let's go ahead and get up our display. Is this the right display? Hold up. Games. I did some work on the back end to hopefully make things run a bit smoother. Here we go. So this is an article by the wonderful Dwayne Day, who is a master at aerospace history. Every single article this guy puts out is gold. And it is about a 1980s Mars mission proposal that is very complicated, that I kind of want to replicate. Maybe not to like 100%, but definitely to a degree. Why isn't chat showing up on this end? Because as you can see, I have my little chat box up here, but it's not like... what if I... Oh my gosh. Hold up. Because on there, it's fine. Okay, what if I... It blank again, dang it. Okay, so we're gonna... Browser settings? Height? Okay, wait, I gotta fix this. What if I go... Chat box? Hold up, I will make this work. Chat box 2. Hold up. There it is. I mean, hold up. Give me a moment, friends. I got to modify this. Let me actually go ahead and before I do anything, turn the game down a little bit. I want to work on my mem, but I realized that in making this new thing, I realized that I broke one of my older things. Let's check real quick. Custom code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, Browser settings, 575. Let's see. Custom code. Width is 575, and then, I don't know, 500. No, what's the width? Huh. This is gonna annoy me if I don't fix it, so, height. And then if I... Okay, yeah, I did switch to starting soon. You know what, I think, just for the sake of keeping the stream going and not grinding it to a halt, I am just gonna have to deal with, this little issue for now. So... Okay, that's something to fix. That's something to fix. Hold on, let me test that out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's back to normal, but because of the way OBS does like these sorts of things, the chat on here is going to be a bit scuffed temporarily, but that's besides the point. Anyways, yeah. So I was. Oh, I'm getting annoyed. Distracted. Me and my friends were talking about like some commuter rail thing in a chat. But let's say 1980 Mars mission proposal, and this got me thinking about doing my own Duna mission in Kerbal Space Program, and I felt like it would be cool to do it with a reusable transfer vehicle, as in something that looks like this, which can be shuttle between Kerbal orbit and Duna orbit, and then you have a lander which goes down and lands on the surface of Duna. So naturally, if I want to design the transfer vehicle, I kind of have to design the lander first because, well, the size of the lander dictates the size of the transfer vehicle. So that's what we're going to be doing today. These were the landers that were proposed for this particular mission. This is very complicated, and I don't think I'll be able to do something like this in Kerbal Space Program because, as you can see, this is an incredibly bizarre shape. It's like the front part is a biconic reentry vehicle, but it's like tilted. It's like an offset cone. It's very strange. Yeah, let's see if we can find any more images. Yeah, that is an incredibly weird shape that I am not going to be able to replicate in KSP. So, I'm just not going to do that. I am just going to do something a little bit different. Not like completely different, but just a little different. Additionally, I do actually... So I'm actually going to keep that up on the next tab. Additionally, I actually have some art to show off. As you can see, I got a new profile picture. Because... I did a presentation... And this is on YouTube, on my main channel. I did a presentation on my favorite webcomic, which is Scent Pursuit of the Golden Hill. And TG, the author of the webcomic, who occasionally she shows up in my chats, she made me some art in compensation. So it's really fun to finally have a picture of myself in the art style of my favorite webcomic, and that's my profile picture now, which I'm gonna make until the I'm gonna keep this until basically until the end of time. I love it so much. So there we go. Now it's time for KSP. Now, we do have a biconic reentry vehicle. We have this thing, which is love the new profile picture. Yes, I love it too. We have a biconic, which is this thing, but this is kind of... I don't know. I'm not too sure if I want to use this because it's kind of weird. Because the whole idea is that this crew shuttle, this lands on Mars, or Duna in our case, And then this acts as the first stage to lift it off Duna, and this goes back to the transfer vehicle. And then at the end of the mission, this part over here actually re-enters around Earth and aerobrakes around Earth to go to a space station, so the shuttle can bring them back down. I'm going to modify this by saying this just comes back. So the crew shuttle is going to be for both getting from Kerbal to the transfer vehicle in orbit, although we're going to need a bigger rocket for that. From Duna orbit to the surface of Duna and back. And then at the end of mission, this is going to re-enter, because I don't feel like making two vehicles when I can just condense it into one. So that's what we're going to do. Now, there are a couple of different ways we can go about making something like this. We can use this, which would be our first option. There is this type of fuel tank, which I could tweak scale it up, and that kind of gives us the right shape. Or where's this other part? How's the audio, by the way? The audio good? It should be okay. There is this, which we could also scale up. And then I want these to use liquid hydrogen. So there's 3 ways we can go about doing this. Maybe not. Yeah. Sound good to me. Nice. Now, I believe this actually comes with a bit of lift. Yes, it does. I don't believe it's the biconic. I don't believe this comes with any lift. Yeah, no. And then that doesn't either. Because the point of a biconic, which is a capsule sort of shaped like this, is that instead of falling on your ass into the atmosphere, you gently go down nose first, and it's like less G loads, and it's easier control. So let's see. What do we want? What do we want? Because either way, we're gonna have to fill this up with life support. We're gonna have to fill this up with fuel. I did start work on a vehicle that was based off of this. It's also really stupid looking, but... This is the benefit that it is a fuel tank. I do have tweak scale installed just because I tend not to go too crazy with tweak scale, but with certain things it actually does work pretty well. Let's actually look up, because I know there have been... Let's look this up. KSP Biconic Duna lander. I mean, there's that. That actually looks really nice. And then there's the issue of how many Kerbals do we actually want. That's like really old KSP. And there's something like that, although that's more like, yeah, yeah, like a constellation sort of lander. It'd be kind of a weird shape to make. I don't know. Oh, that's just a standard mem. We've already made that before. You know what? Okay. You know what we're gonna do? I want to see something real quick. Do we have... What kind of fuel tanks do we have? We have a nose cone. I believe that's already... Yeah, that's already... fuel tank adapter. Do we have... Hold up. Electrical, thermal, aerodynamic. We do have these tail connectors, which is basically just like a... I mean, that's practically the same thing, except this says fuel. So, does this have lift, though, is the thing? Or is this just a... No. You know what? I think just for the sake of... We'll just start with this. It's going to be a really weird shape, but weird equals cool, so... It's going to be white. And we're just gonna start with this. So... Now... What I'm going to do, first of all... Let's start to go. So how has everyone been? Now that I'm actually sort of getting into building this, I think I know what I want to do. Will it work? Maybe, but that's something for future shortline to see. So yeah, how has everyone been? Yeah, we need a 3.5 meter. There we go. Take off your hat? Okay. I have no hat now. No hat. Hydrogen. We need a hydrogen engine. Liquid hydrogen engine cluster. Shroud toggle. I've been doing, if I'm gonna be honest, my friends, the last couple... Hi, Gam. The last couple of, the last month has been kind of rough. School has certainly, taken its toll, let's just say. It's a lot more, I had a lot more work this semester than I thought I would have. And for the last couple, and it's a lot of monotonous stuff. And the last couple of, months, for the fact that I've had like 4 midterms each week for 4 weeks, has been very mentally taxing. So that's part of the reason why I haven't streamed. Also because, frankly, I just didn't feel like it. I wanted to work on other things, like my fictional, or maybe some cursed ideas that I might share in the future. Shroud. Hold up. Yeah, I mostly just wanted to work on like my own personal projects rather than do anything crazy. Yeah, I'm good. Besides that the route I've been working on for 2 years is a lost cause, so I'm starting over. Ah, yes, the classic trains curse. I certainly know that feeling. I feel like if anyone would know that feeling the most, it's probably Ryan. WNOD Gateway, Loudon Gateway Spur idea? Not really. Although my personal project that I have been working on is actually the Washington, Ohio, so I have been working on some things that are actually related to the WNOD, because the Washington, Ohio is basically just, it was a predecessor of the WNOD, and my fictional railroad, obviously, the WNOD is a part of it because all the reasons. Um, 1,500 meters per second at Delta V. Well, that's in Kerbal. What about Duna? Uh, Duna? 5,000 meters a second? Okay, well, what? You need what, like 1,500 meters a second to get into Duna orbit from the surface. So let's just budget 3,000 uh, for this stage. But another idea that I had actually relates to your neck of the woods. Damn. Oh, it's an Al Roker thing, but my mom says it a lot, so yeah. Uh, and Rust limiter, yeah, part. Where this probably makes more sense if I bring it up on a map, but I was poking around. I'm at work now making the dough. Can't wait for Thursday's trip, though. Where are you going this time? Oh. Uh, it relates to Metro between, like, Huntington and National Airport. Uh, Long story short, there's some underused capacity there, and National Airport has a third track, so, like, why just Metro, if they really wanted to, could run, like, shuttle trains between, like, National Airport and Huntington. But, that was my idea. Okay, so this is doing a day trip to Fredericksburg. Isn't there like a German restaurant in the Fredericksburg station? Solid fuel, I don't need that. Enable cooling, system heat. Oh yeah, I have system heat. Let's see. Okay, so toggle, yeah, the extendable nozzles. Where was I going? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, plane train. I mean, they could do it. I ran this idea past Sammy and Dan and 29, and they said, yeah, this is feasible. But I I'd like to do a write-up about it, but probably not right now, because I still have exams I need to focus on. I have a accounting exam coming up in 2 weeks, and then a big presentation also coming up in like 4 weeks, and then like a big presentation. So yeah, fun. And then I get Thanksgiving break, which, okay. So that's the basic premise of this, the basic shape. Although, okay, well, now it's actually time to start to put things inside the vehicle. Would Bloop be considered, even though our options on Bloop, or opinion on Bloop are similar? I was more thinking, like, what could WMATA do, like, right now with existing infrastructure? Because, they have, because, they have the third track at National Airport that they use to turn around trains. It's also a platform track. So I was just thinking, like, okay, wouldn't it be kind of cool if they ran, because south of Pentagon, on that line, it's not at full capacity. They're not running as many trains as they could, and that's because, well, they interline at other points in the system. So I'm thinking, okay, well, they have some extra capacity there. Why not just, like, make use of it and just run, like, Alexandria shuttle trains? I'll probably explain to more of you later, but, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. Now, I do actually have the life support mod. That's actually another question. How many Kerbals do we actually want on this mission? How many can a hitchhiker hold? Hitchhiker can hold 4. Can we sort by crew size? But yeah. I also had a new channel intro. I also made that greenhouse, hydroponics greenhouse module. I don't think just yet. Maybe in future versions. The service compartment. Habitation passenger module. That can fit 5. Shelter. Crew of 6. That's way bigger than I need. Storm shelter. Expandable habitat module. I just want to see what this is real quick. Oh, it's a tent basically. Okay, cool. I'm putting my hat back on. Habitation module crew, Dawn habitation module, crew of 5. And the hab module, that also had a crew of 5, right? Yeah. What is the benefit of this? Machinery recyclables. I have no idea what that does. Okay. Crew of 5, I think, is okay. And now, let's go ahead. I need... hire some extra Kerbals. Alright. Lovig Kerman. Cool and good. Okay. 35 days of life support for 6 Kerbals. Well, okay, if this is the second stage of a vehicle, that's already cutting into our Delta V budget by a lot. I don't know what machinery does. So I'm just gonna... Oh, you can do, like, different end caps on there. That's a cool feature. Inventory, nice. Recipe. Okay, well, if this is only, like, the landing portion, right? Then technically, I can get away with having, not a lot of life support on it because it's only really meant to... The only time that this is going to operate as a separate vehicle is probably between... just in Duna orbit, so I can probably get away with having not a lot of life support in it. In that case, I can get away with 1.875. Where is... I also need... Yep, there we go. And then I also need a probe core. Okay, there we go. What else have I been doing? Oh yeah, I've been rewatching Cowboy Bebop recently, which I know it's like, oh my gosh, he likes Cowboy Bebop. What a surprise! With, you know, my entire like channel aesthetic. But I really do like it. It is peak. I'm currently up to episode 8 on my rewatch, so Still not too far into it. Well, I'm like almost a third done. So what? It's like 30 episodes. Let's see. Part. Auto strut to the root part. Okay, it's 3,800. Okay, so that's roughly the amount of delta V I wanted. Oh yeah, we also need monopropellant. I forgot about that. Where is monopropellant? There we go. What part did I auto strut? Auto strut to root part. Okay. 400 monopropellant, that's plenty for a rendezvous and docking. So yeah, I've been rewatching it, and I mean, I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite animes for a reason. Oh yeah, canards. We should probably add like wings to this. But little winglets for stability's sake. How much does that shift back? Okay, by a decent amount. So yeah, I've been rewatching it. It's really I really enjoy it. Favorite episodes so far. I forget how much. Now to be fair, I do know what's coming up. But out of the first 8 episodes, which... Oh, wait, hold... My dad is calling me. I'll be right back.
Sonic.
Hello, I am back. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about how much I like Cowboy Bebop. Oh yeah, my favorite out of the episodes I've watched so far. Sympathy for the Devil or Heavy Metal Queen is definitely my favorite. Last night I watched Waltz for Venus, which is episode 8. That's one of those episodes, I mean, the whole series is kind of like this, but that's one of those episodes where doesn't really hit you until the end. It's like, this is okay. And then it wraps up and it's like, oh, that was actually pretty good. Okay. What else? I probably should just... voice crack. Oh my goodness. I probably should just add... There's a 34-ton vehicle so far. Oh yeah, okay. Let's roll it this way. Oh, nope. Yeah, it's one of those episodes that really doesn't hit you until... Gosh, I cannot keep a single thought in my brain straight today. My parents are calling me because they're actually coming over tomorrow. They're coming down to see me for the weekend, and yeah. They're bringing the dogs. So I will see the bear. Hey! Oh yeah, this redeem works again. I gotta position myself in the right way because it doesn't like follow my model or anything. But yeah. It's so funny because... Oops. There we go. I probably should save this. Yippee bear, yeah. I probably... Duna shuttle prototype. Okay, there we go. They're coming tomorrow, and, wait, did I reroute it to the cubic octag? Yeah, I did. Okay. No, we want it rerouted to the big-ass fuel tank, which comprises most of our vehicle. But yeah, my dad was talking to me, and he's like, okay, you need to tell your mother to make chicken cutlets. And I'm like, okay, why? It's like, well, she never makes chicken cutlets for me, but if you ask, I know she'll make them. So, yeah. It's like, and invite your friends, and I'm like, okay, I will. So I'll probably do that, like, after the stream. It's like, hey, last minute, do you want to, like, see my dog and, eat food for free? So... Okay, well, the Kerbals have to get out somehow, so I need to, embed this in somewhere. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. It's like, that's not very... yeah, it's in the vehicle, so it should be fine. It won't be, like, terrible aerodynamic-wise. Gosh, I haven't played Kerbal Space Program with just, like, the default, like, Kevin MacLeod music in a long time. Yeah, strut to root part, which obviously is the really weird thing. I don't know. Half the reason why I'm making it look like this just because it's cool. So. Also, yeah, we should also, if we have a crew vehicle, we also probably should have a couple of ladders down the way. So yeah, there we go. Okay, well, what do we have? We have life support, we have fuel. We have 3,400 meters per second of delta V, which let's just double check real quick. That should be enough. I say with like solar panels and whatnot, that'll probably get us down around 3,000 meters per second of delta V. And is that around Duna that's a Duna at sea level. So Duna at altitude, obviously, our delta V margin does improve. And this is supposed to be a second stage anyways. So let's look up a Kerbal Space Program Delta V map. The ever humble KSP Delta V map. I have used this so many times. Okay. So 1450 from the surface of Duna to a 60-kilometer orbit. So 1450 times 2 is 2900. Okay. I always like to budget twice as much delta V as I need, which also helps because I don't know if we're gonna is our parking orbit gonna have to be 60 kilometers. It's probably gonna have to be relatively low. Because what, at Duna, the atmosphere ends at what, 60, 55 kilometers, I think? So, Cronus. That's a retract. I just want to see how this, like, what's the animation on this thing? Oh, that's cool. Obviously, that's an entire frickin' centrifuge. What's like the cheapest centrifuge you can have? The Bagel. Corollius. Okay, so I do need RCS. Oh yeah, I also need a docking port. Inflatable airlock. Oof. Why is this marked under... Trying to dock that last small distance and the docking is just too far. That doesn't have a port on it, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, well. Is that a docking port? I've never used this part before, so I don't know what it does. Okay, let's... I want to test something out real quick. What is this part? I just need something that can, like, hold attitude, right? That doesn't even need to be crewed. Okay, this... I just need, and then I need battery. Yeah, just something to like hold attitude control. And then I need a decoupler, obviously. Stack separator, just go with a normal decoupler. Or actually, hold up, I can just... What docking port goes with this? Mounted? Open airlock. Compact. Because that doesn't look like a docking port at all to me. SAS. I can just take that and then monoprop. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done. It seems like I missed a significant part of the stream. How are you, Shortline? Hello, Crimson. Welcome in. You know what? I am better. The last month has been kind of torturous for me, and now I am, I'm feeling better. I have a bit more time to do things now, although that probably won't last long. So I'm just enjoying it while I can. My family's coming over tomorrow. They're bringing the dogs. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, I'm excited, and we're playing Kerbal Space Program for the first time in a hot minute. Oh my gosh. Uh, so I'm just testing something real quick. Cheat menu, set orbit. There we are. Undock. Oh, pff, doink. Okay, I didn't intend to do that, but okay. Uh, oh well, we can get our rendezvous and docking practice in. Where's this other smelly vehicle? Okay, there it is. Oh yes, I gotta point towards the vehicle. Busy boy moments? Yeah, I would say so. This reminds me of the first time I ever rendezvous and docked anything Kerbal Space Program. It was a one module space station and a crew capsule that had like two of the 2.5 meter monopropellant, so like a bajillion monopropellant, and I ran out of monopropellant just before I docked, but I was somehow able to use the engines to get the two to dock together. It was on a family trip to Universal Studios. We rented out. It was like this Italian themed hotel, and we rented out this big room because there was a lot of us, or maybe they upped us to a big room for like no reason or whatever. And I was sitting on the couch. This isn't like 2015. Yeah, that's not a docking port. There's no docking port mounted on this thing. That's what I thought. Oh well. And yeah, I wasted I wasted like 1,000 units of monopropellant trying to rendezvous and dock, but I managed to do it, and I was so happy. Like, happiest I've ever been playing KSP. How far do I have to, like, fast do I have to slam into this thing in order to, like, do some damage? I'm just screwing around now. Nope. It's like an interceptor, like the frickin' multiple kill vehicle or something. uh This should be enough, right? No? What the hell? Well, what if we, like, back away really far? That was weird. I want to see what happens. I want to see. You know what this reminds me of? If we're getting on, like, old KSP, like, I don't think anyone here would remember who Macy Dean is. Oh no, I tapped out of the game. Or was. Dang it, we missed. Oh well. Now I know that's not a docking port, so... Dang it, because that would be really useful, actually. Open... Macy Dean was a very early... I don't want to say, like, very early. I guess you could say very early. A very early Kerbal Space Program YouTuber. He only posted for maybe, like, a year at most, but back in the day, and I mean like 2013, the stuff he did was crazy. He built carriers, like space carriers, and had like space fighters and would reenact space battles and whatnot. It was even today, it's like peak KSP content. And the game at the time was very simple, so there's a lot of stuff that just wasn't there. So like the way he'd have like a 300 part craft and it would lag the game to hell and back. Um, Anyways, now I know that's not an airlock, or it is an airlock. It's just not a. It's not a docking port, is what I mean. Um. Uh. Where? Uh, where were the docking ports? Uh. Actually, wait. Hold up. I want to see. Can I? Yeah. I don't know why it's under docking ports when it's not one. Um. But yeah, that's what that just reminded me of, like Macy Dean, KSP, space battles sort of thing. Uh, we could go with these linear docking connectors. That actually probably would work the best. Considering this is supposed to be a like a crew hatch. Uh, and I can justify having it on top of here by saying, well, that's the non-aerodynamic part. Like, it's going to be re-entering belly first, so you're not going to... The fact that you have this thing sort of sticking out isn't really going to matter too much. Um... Yeah, hold up. Yeah, there we go. And that actually... Yeah, okay. Actually, can I slide this inside? No. Could do that. You know what? That's fine. That works. That works for a docking port. It's a really weird docking location, but hey, I don't know what else to do. What else? We have containers, we have life support, we have... oh yeah, we need parachutes, because this thing is supposed to come down under chutes. So... This is supposed to come down under parachutes. Well, okay, it's... This isn't the actual lander, real quick. Well, I mean, it is, but, like, is this... This is our upper stage. So I'll probably attach parachutes once I'm done. I can't imagine the parachutes are going to be too heavy. Yeah, 0.1 ton. We do need a way of generating electricity. I don't want to use fuel cells because this thing's going to be on the surface for quite a while. What kind of panels do we have? We have these. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Like panels like that. Obviously, they can't be on the bottom of the craft because that's all going to be covered in a... Well, not in like an actual heat shield, but in like a fake heat shield I'll probably put together. Let's see. You know what? Hey, that works. Okay. We're keeping our solar panels right there. You know what? That didn't even reduce our delta V too much. That looks cool. It's almost like sails. I remember very, very early versions of Starship. They came with, they featured solar panels like that. Like renders of Starship, I should say. Obviously not very early versions, because, well, we're still in early versions of Starship, but, Okay, so what else do we need? I think the last thing we probably need, we have life support, we have utility, we have, well, eventually we're gonna need ladders. So I will just start putting some ladders on here. Oh. Yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wait, no, it's gonna... that's gonna bother me. You know what, good enough. Okay, that works. So we have ladders, stabilizer rails, that's really funny. Manipulator arms. Since when did I have a robotic arm? Oh well. The construction crane. Oh, that's really funny. I don't know what mod that is, but that is amazing. Uh Eventually I'm gonna need lights, but not right now. Just minimum viable product for now. EVA cylinders, EVA jetpack. No, I don't need that. Oh yeah, I need some kind of communications. Let's see. And putting it right there wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. No, because that would actually interfere with the with whatever we're docking with. Or I don't know, maybe if we, I don't know, because that's going to be in the plasma flow. So, I think what I just need is Communicatron 18. Yeah, well, we'll just put that right there. Let's see. Bear is a pit bull. I'm excited about my dogs coming tomorrow. And my family, but also my dogs. I mean, that's fine. I mean, we really don't... This is going to be crude most of the time, so we really don't need that big of an antenna. Windmills? Okay, I guess you can generate wind. Capacitors... What are those even? Fission reactor. Monoprop APUs. Nice. System heat generated. Oh yeah, I have to account for like system heat now. Sea level, vacuum. That should be fine. Actually, I am gonna need those because I need to enable cooling on this, so I will actually need a decent chunk of power. I don't need wheels or landing legs. You know, I will probably need landing gear. I don't know. Let's see. RCS. That is something that I will need. Uses liquid hydrogen. I don't want to use up our hydrogen. RCS block. Yeah, there we go. Small vernier thruster. Oh, let's see. Expansion boards, Kerbal engineering system, flight unit. Okay. There's also these. Yeesh, but those take a lot of... Those are really heavy. They're also bipropellant, so, like, we can't even use them. Okay. Let's go ahead. Actually, can we use these? We can just shrink them. Oh, but those are biprop. Heavy RCS block. Okay, yeah. Come on. I know, the RCS placement on this is going to be very strange, but hey. Like, I need the rest of the RCS up here. Oh, and I also need to, I mean, KSP is a very popular game. I mean, like, NASA has done, like, collaborations with KSP before. Although I will say, saying, oh yeah, I worked in Kerbal Space Program is kind of like an aerospace engineer meme. It's like, well, yeah, it does in KSP, but that doesn't mean it'll work in real life. Okay, this is actually coming together rather nicely. I actually really like the look of this thing. Yeah. And then, yeah. Have it doot in like that. Because that front part is going to be, I'm going to have to wrap that in, like, solar, not solar panel, like, TPS. That's roughly in between the two. Yeah. Might need to move the back RCS up a little bit more. Actually, let me check something. No. Sorry, I gotta replace those. We should have a working-ish prototype of this actually ready to go in a little bit. Because my idea is that I'm also using this for, like, crew transfer. It's like a dual-purpose vehicle. So if you're just, like, doing things in Kerbal orbit, you just use the upper stage, and then we can have a lower stage down there. So. Let's see. Yeah, that works. Okay. Duna shuttle prototype. And now the last thing that I really do actually need is, I do actually just need wings. Like little canards, maybe? Yeah, advanced canard. Or winglet standard canard probably would work fine. Oh, it's lift down. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Okay, this hopefully will work. I don't know, but we'll see. The last thing I do actually need... So I do actually need chutes on this. Although, let's... Okay. Engine plate, disable staging. I don't know, did we just spend an hour making an absolute kludge of a vehicle? Maybe. But there's only one way to find that out, and that's actually to fly the stupid thing. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna save. I'm not gonna put a Kerbal aboard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna launch this thing, and we are going to just see if it can make it back through the atmosphere. We're just gonna see. Have I been wasting an hour? Maybe. Do I hope that's the case? Not at all. Cheats. Set orbit. Set orbit. Oh, I emptied it. There's no liquid hydrogen in it. That's not great. Well, this is just a simulation anyways, so... Infinite propellant. Okay, wait, hold up. Revert flight, revert to spaceplane hangar. Ugh. Yeah, we need a little bit. We need a little bit in there. Let's see. Okay. Set orbit. Okay. Let's just warp around. Okay, 86. Gonna do orbit burn. The vehicle is slightly off center. Okay. Let's turn this thing around. And let's just see if it if it makes it through. I have a feeling that everything I've done will quickly display itself to be in vain, but I guess there's only one way to find that out, and that's to belly flop the thing into the atmosphere. Ballistic trajectory, probably not. Okay. Let's see if this stupid vehicle, Alright, so we are in the upper atmosphere, so we're not like at peak reentry heating yet. The hope is that because of the very bizarre shape, the atmosphere will take hold of it. It won't like cause it to flip out or anything. It'll just stay stable. This thing is kind of back heavy though, so I guess we'll end up seeing if that's the case or not. This is so stupid. Why did I build something like this? Because it looks cool? I mean, yeah. Alright, this is just, this is the moment of, the moment of truth, the moment of terror. Someone just ping me, ask me when I'm playing Phasmophobia. The answer is, I mean, if like Griswan wants me to play Phasmophobia with him, I'll play. But other than that, I'm not doing it. I don't play horror games unless I get roped into it by my friends. I just don't play horror games. Okay, now we're coming through the atmosphere. We're starting. We're only at 50K. Why is the hottest part the communicatron? I don't like being spooked. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, that is starting to heat up pretty badly. And so is that. Interesting. We are holding our attitude. Yeah, it's starting to overheat pretty badly. Now on Duna, this should be fine. It's like a Duna re-entry vehicle, it should be okay. Yeah, oh my gosh. Come on, stay stable. Stay stable. Okay, okay, we're getting into the thick part of the atmosphere now. I wasn't able to control it by myself, but if I just keep it... Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 82%. This thing is not making it through. I mean, we could always go... I mean, to be fair, this is a ballistic trajectory, so it's not like... This is the hardest trajectory easily to take. Oh, wait. Wait, hold up. Wait, no, it's still going up. Yep, and it's about to flip over. Yep. Nope. It still wants to re-enter tail first, so, Okay, actually, hold up. There might be a way that we might not even have to do anything. We might just have to take a really shallow reentry trajectory where we just burn off a ridiculous amount of speed in the upper atmosphere. Because, I don't know, doing a ballistic trajectory like that is, so, okay. Cheats, set orbit. Yeah, here we are. We in space, boys. Uh, just warp over here. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, if we just set our apoapsis at like 45 kilometers, or periapsis at like 45 kilometers, that might actually work. All right. All right. Here we go. It's a very shallow, well, I wouldn't say very shallow, but decently shallow reentry trajectory. The hope is that we can burn off a lot of our speed before anything else can happen. Okay. And I don't like Fizz Warp because Fizz Warp in KSP causes memory leaks, which is not fun. Oh well. But it'll be okay. Obviously we are still picking up a bit of velocity for the simple fact that we are falling and the atmosphere has not there's not enough atmosphere up here for us to like uh start slowing down just at this point just yet. In a little bit, yeah, the atmosphere really doesn't start slowing you down until you get to like 50, 60 kilometers or so. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Critical part is the Gripatron linear uh the Gripatron linear docking port. Nice. Radar altimeter. I remember for the longest time they didn't have a radar here's our radar altimeter. I remember for the longest time the only place where you could check the radar altimeter was in the crew, like the cockpit if you had it. It's like, okay. Okay, we're starting to get some reentry heating up here at 60 kilometers. Just a little. We'll see, we'll see. I suck at making space planes that... I just suck at making space planes. I know this isn't a space plane, but still. We might have to go... If this doesn't work out, we might have to just go with a more conventional biconic. Because I want to go with a biconic, because they're cool. But... Okay. We are still gaining speed, but we're only at 55 kilometers. Okay. So... Yeah, this reentry is going to take a while, so... I don't mind if anyone like goes and watches something else in the meantime, but... That is heating up. That is very red. Okay, we're starting to get reentry heating. Okay. Okay, here we go. Another attempted reentry. I love the shot cone. That is very pretty. You know what? Even if this design doesn't work out, at least we'll get some pretty photos of it, so. Okay, yeah. We have, more heating again. Let's see. Still only at 50 kilometers and still. Come on, we just need to make drag. If we can just... Yeah. I'm like mashing the keyboard just to keep this damn thing stable. And it might work well on Duna, but I do want this thing to come back down to Kerbal. Okay. Okay, more. Come on. Still haven't reached the dense part yet. We're still, like, nearly orbital speed. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh, the anxiety of bringing this thing down. Oh my goodness. The funny thing is that we are actually generating a little bit of lift now. Like, the lift in this does actually work kind of as intended. Okay. Okay, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. Because we are getting into the very deep parts of the atmosphere right now. Like when we're seriously going to start bleeding off a lot of speed, because right now we really haven't. Yeah, okay. Okay. No. Okay. Come on. Okay, I need... She's staying stable. She's staying stable. It's kind of working. See, even the shuttle needed its RCS on re-entry in order to keep it stable. I'm kind of trying to do what the shuttle did, where it stays in the upper atmosphere for a significant amount of time before in order to bleed off the speed before eventually descending back down. Okay, okay, it's kind of working. I think this thing might be a bit too back heavy, honestly. Okay, wait, hold up. I'm just... Oh, no, it's gonna flip out again. Okay, well... Okay, yeah, maybe a Okay, here's the thing. I think we can get that part through peak heating. Obviously the problem is we're too back heavy. I think it's this big ass engine down here which is causing us all of our issues. But like, I mean, the rest of it's making it through. Okay, so we're gonna do. I think we might actually be onto something. I just need to reduce the weight of the engine. So what is this? The Tharsis for the CE60. How much does this weigh? 3 tons. Okay. Center of lift, center of mass. Yeah, because center of mass, when it's all empty, is all the way back there. The funny thing is, this can actually be shorter in that case. Because if we don't have as big of an engine... let's see. Heck, we could even make it, we can even make it that size. Yeah, that does, shift the center of mass up, to, I guess, a more manageable way. Obviously, we don't need that ladder anymore. Okay, so I think Pegasus 3. Actually, it'd be kind of interesting if, yeah, because even that... Okay. Yeah, because I think part of our problem is our center of mass is too far back. So if I just... Honestly, if I just move this forward more... yeah, there we go. I want to see what this does. Come on. Cubic octag. Bring that up. Okay. That fun. Yes, hello, Berkshire Maniac. Welcome in. I am trying to... That might be too far forward. Yeah, that might be too far forward. I'm trying to make something a bit strange. And it might not work, but I guess we will see. I don't know what putting those canards on there is going to do. I don't even know if that's going to do anything, but it's worth a shot. Okay. Well, at that point, our center of lift is way ahead of our center of mass, so... which isn't a good thing. Ideally, you want your center of lift to be... Hold up. Now I'm second... center of lift and mass. Ideally, you want your center of lift to be, right behind your center of mass. So, that actually works. Okay, let's try this again. Um, let's see if this works. I shifted the center of mass up a bunch more. I mean, I reduced the, I mean, the overall weight of the thing has been reduced, which is nice. I don't know. As I said, if this doesn't work out, I'm probably just going to go with a more conventional, like, return vehicle, because I feel like I'm intentionally making it harder by myself by trying to make this like a iconic sort of thing. Or I could just go with a more traditional iconic shape. But if I can get it to work and it looks like this, then hey, I'll be happy. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, I don't have any fuel. Okay. I need to add some fuel to it before I cheat it back up into orbit. Fuel, liquid oxidizer. Okay. Okay, let's see. I can't believe we've only been going for like an hour and a half. That seems a lot less time than normal. Okay. Let's go ahead. And I think before I set it to like, set to 45. Set it to 50. Alright, take 2. Phase 1. Which Doris gets her oats. Okay. So stupid looking, oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. I was wondering where the RCS was. Okay, let's see this time. If this doesn't work, I might, just for the sake of moving right along, just make it like a more normal cone shape. But we shall see. We shall see. Okay. This is so stupid looking. Oh my gosh. I can't get over how dumb this looks, but I love it. So okay, we're in the upper atmosphere. At this point, I just need to coast down to get to like just hands off the keyboard, just flying over the desert. You know, to the point where we actually begin to start to slow down. What, center mass is what, like up here now? So oh, I got an error. Unmute your microphone source and mixer. Okay, that's when I started the stream. I'm glad I haven't had any errors so far, but I guess we'll find out. See in a bit. Ugh. I know it's not the most exciting stream, but I am happy to be streaming again. Just because if I get an excuse to work on this kind of stuff, so. Okay. Ugh. Excuse me. It's like, I was waiting for the sneeze. Sneeze took a while, but oh well. Okay, let's see. Still accelerating. Not too much though. Yeah, I think once we get down to 55 is when the atmosphere really starts to take hold. Because right now we're still very high up, so. Okay. Activate the RCS. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Begin our re-entry. $23,000 meters a second. That is still very fast. But we're committed. We're in the atmosphere fully. There's no going back unless, revert button. It's getting very red. I always wonder why that is the hottest part out of all things, but oh well. Okay. The trick is to once again, I think before we flipped out at like 30K or 35K, about that rate. The goal now is to, if we can get beyond that, yeah. Okay. Starting to, we're gonna get below 50. Sorry if I'm like in the corner, I'm kind of like hunched down just to see. It's like, hunched down in the corner. Okay. 86K. 85K. Okay. Or 22. Also just realized this thing will probably end up having insane cross-range capability. Okay, 50 kilometers. Okay. This is where things really begin to get a bit spicy, so. Did a bit of a quick save. Okay, yeah, there we go. We start slowing down. Actually, substantive amount. I can speak English. Okay, 49, 49, 49. Okay. We are overflying KSC at this point, so... Okay, everything looking good so far, hopefully. Okay. Keep yourself stable, keep yourself stable. We've only bled off about 1,000 meters a second, which is, I mean... We are, we're still only at 45K, so we are still very high up in the atmosphere. I mean, the goal is to bleed off as much speed as we can, in the upper atmosphere. Okay. Okay, we're really starting to bleed off some speed now. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're dropping. Oh, okay. This is the most difficult part right here, getting through about 38 kilometers or so. We use our RCS to keep ourselves on track. Okay. Through 35. Oh, it really wants to flip over. It's gonna flip over. Okay. Okay, not as much as before. Wait, hold up. Okay. It didn't immediately flip end over end. Okay, I might say, wait, hold up. If I just like keep myself on a ballistic arc, will that actually do anything? If I like just keep myself oriented right there. Looks crazy. Oh my gosh. Because we're still... Min-miss. Yeah, I don't know if the shape is going to work. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't want to re-enter like that, even if that might actually end up working. Well, let's just see where it goes. I'm curious. Yeah, I think there's just way too much back mass. Yeah, it wants to fly tail first. It doesn't want to, Okay, well... well, I can't revert, so we're just gonna watch this thing fall. Well, we have parachutes, so... we might be able to actually land this thing properly. Well, I just wasted like 2 hours, but... hey, I think I know how to fix this. Yeah, and then the parachutes pop out. All right, I think I know how to make this actually work well. Um, I I do think we're kind of onto something with something like this. I just need to huh. I don't know, because my first thought process, it makes feeling better. I think this shuttle looks sweet. Hello, SpaceX's life. Great name. By the way, this doesn't work. It's supposed to be um like a biconic, but the classic fallacy where uh I put way too much mass on the end, and as a result, it doesn't make it through. It doesn't act like a biconic. That's the thing. So I'm going completely back to the drawing board. Well, not completely. I'm going to make something that's kind of similar, but we'll see in a. Well, you'll see. You'll see. But I can't revert, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna have to ride this thing down. This very terrible prototype down to the surface. It's flying sideways. Uh. Yeah, it's flying backwards. Uh. I guess we just watch this thing slowly float to the ground. Let's see. KSP. I am looking up something real quick. Give me a second, friends. I have... Oh, that looks cool. Hmm. Yeah, I was trying to copy a lander design that kind of looked like this from a 1980s Mars mission proposal, and I don't think that's gonna work. So we're gonna go back to the drawing board. We're gonna completely redo this, um, and actually make it look decent. But okay, but I think okay. SPH. This is a brand new save, by the way. SPH. Uh, so SpaceX's life. The point of this vehicle is this is what's supposed to get you from a reusable transfer vehicle in low Duna orbit to the surface of Duna and then back up. And then at the end of the mission, it actually once the transfer vehicle goes by Kerbin, you're supposed to re-enter in it back to Kerbin. So it's kind of like a universal crew transport that just sort of attaches itself to a transfer vehicle, which I do not have built yet. I'm building the lander first. Okay, let's try something different. Where was that part that I was using that I considered at the very beginning? This? Yeah, take that, scale it up, liquid hydrogen. We'll put a nose cone on it for good measure. Was worth a shot. I mean, yeah, true. Where is... No. No, I just need, like, a standard nose cone. I do use tweak scale, but not, like, insane amounts of tweak scale. Okay, something like that. And now... Huh. I mean, at this point, do we just cave and use this thing? I mean, it's basically the same shape. No, because that doesn't have any fuel in it. There's this. I've used that before, but... Okay. So what we're gonna do... Through access tube. That's just a structural tube. That's an N-series structural tube. Okay, cool. Hold up. Let me look something up real quick. Hold up. Yeah. Lots of typing. Lots of typing. You know what? Because I'd like this to be more extended. What if I use a fairing? Hold up. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm being an indecisive bastard right now. I don't know, like what's like different shapes of things? That's liquid fuel only. That looks stupid. That also looks stupid. Fully fueled nose cone. Sup, Leia? Hey, Kara, what are you up to? I don't know if I'd define myself as a player in any sort of the way, but, thanks for the compliment, I guess. Are these the same... Hold up. I don't know what I'm doing. The Mark II body gives good lift. Okay. This thing? You know what? Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Instead of doing this biconic thing, I have a better idea. I know what I'm gonna do. Because, of course, I am a fan of the greatest aerospace corporation known to man, which is, of course, the beautiful corporation known as Lockheed. And as a result, I think I'm just gonna make something like this. How? I don't know, but Lockheed Mars Lander KSP. That has a bunch of mods. And I'm also pretty sure it's by Truthful, who is, like, an absolute master at, oh, it's made by Jeb. Okay. Truthful is a person who does really excellent, like, KSP recreations. Those are versions of it. I hate the look, how they look, but, just something like this. Why not? It's fully reusable. We can, yeah, something like that. Why that looks like it's on a proton for whatever reason, but hey, yeah, something like that. Well, that's a lander from the Constellation program, but it is a lifting body. It is a lifting body. The whole vehicle is a lifting body. So, actually, you know what? We're gonna go with that. Let's see. How do we start? What's happening? I'm trying to make a Mars lander. KSP Duna lander. And I'm just trying to figure out what I should base it off of. Fire. Hello, Banana Man 17, 2712. Welcome in. Okay. So the main question is, what kind of crew size do I want? I mean, I could just start with this. I could just start with the Biconic and just not use it as a Biconic. Actually, if we're making the Lockheed thing, then this probably is our best option. I don't know why I just didn't use this. I wanted to use, I wanted to base it off of some other vehicle, but, okay. You know what? I got my mojo going. All right. Monopropellant, yes, we'll keep it in there. Let me get a pictures of the Lockheed vehicle, which I just closed out of. Lockheed Mars Lander. Now that is... Or maybe the Mark III would work better for it? Not really. Let's see. I mean, that actually does look a lot like... Okay. So we have our Biconic. We have, I guess, our crew capsule at the very front. And you know what? That actually works out, because if we're treating this like a standard, also as like our Kerbal crew vehicle, I can do this. Okay. So first of all, let's get all of our like probe cores in it. So we got ourselves a probe core. We got ourselves a probe core. There's always like a specific order in which I do this. Probe core, command and control, and then the way I always do this, I always put the battery in next, and then, I mean, I have monopropellant in there already. I'm sure we'll put in more, and then also the life support. Where's our big ass life support tank? And fill it up with 4 Kerbals. Yeah, how much life support is that? That can support 69 days of life support. 138 days. What's the 200 days? We'll do that for now. Okay, I don't plan. There's a hatch there. I don't really plan on using it. So, pull up engine plate. To be fair, I am putting like, I love how I'm bending over like that. I love how I'm putting a ridiculous number of demands on this vehicle, but hey, I can do it. I have faith in myself that I can actually accomplish this. The fact that that has a slight overhang is going to bother my OCD to no end, so I am just going to use a little bit of tweak scale. Remote guidance unit. Pull up. There we go. And I'm also going to auto strut that to auto strut to I'll start to root part. Yeah, there we go. Actually, hold up. Sorry, I get like insanely OCD about placement of things. I don't know why, like whenever I lean over this way, well, it wants me to be like gremlin in the corner. Okay. Oh, I can hear my roommate going downstairs to cook. Okay. And then that gets auto-stride root part. And you know what? Because this is inside, I'm also just going to do the rigid attachment. I'm the exact same way when I'm OCD with my part placement. Yeah. Hey, that works. Okay, so. And I'm also gonna disable staging on that because we don't need staging on it. Okay, so that's our like our crew vehicle right there. Because let's go ahead, because if the Kerbals are also going to take off from Kerbin in this, it's going to need a launch. Hey, welcome aboard, Banana Man 1712. That always freaks me out. Nosh, nose cone. I don't know why it always insists on the blunt nose cone. Yeah, okay, there we go. Why is that so loud? You know what, that's a good question. Why is it so loud? Let me turn that down. Okay, the alerter box has been turned down so it doesn't like kill one's ears. Okay. Oh, why it's... Okay, there we go. So that's our little... our Biconic right there. And as I said, launch escape. Or should we put a traditional launch escape system on it, or should we do like an integrated LES? Because then we have to bring it all the way to Duna and back, and it's kind of annoying. What would that do? What would on Kerbin would that? Yeah, that would barely have any thrust to weight. How much? No, not the Kerbalpedia. I've been playing this game too long. 13 tons. Stick a flea on it. Launch escape system of 0.9. Actually, how much would just a normal launch escape system be? Should we... Hold up. Let's test this out real quick. Because a standard launch escape system like that might actually work, because if we have an integrated launch escape system, then we have to haul it all the way to Duna and back, and I just don't want to do that. Considering SRBs can be quite heavy, so... Yeah, Chatterer. Oh. Poor Idro Kerman. Uh. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay, what if I just... Oh yeah, that works. Barely, but it works. Doink. Uh... Okay, well... Uh... That looks so stupid. I might be able to overclock that with a Cal controller, but I just... Maybe not right now. Sure. Sure, we can have a non-reusable launch escape system. I'm fine with that if the rest of the vehicle is reusable, for the simple fact that I don't have to haul it all the way to Duna and back. Engineering is all about trade-offs, my friend. Okay, nose cone. Let's see, what nose cone did I have? I used that nose cone, and then I shrunk it down. I could also always just increase the size of that. Yeah, so. I know some people don't like using tweak scale. For me, it depends on the application. Or actually, wait, hold up. Because there's a smaller launch escape system that probably would fit better on that. like the micro one. And if I just... No. They're gonna be the same either way, but... Instruments? Oculus Remote Telescope? Cool. Show all? Oh yeah, hold up. You can make it a Mercury launch escape system. Something 4-inch flight. Okay, well... I could always, hold up. Strut. Strut that to the top of the biconic. And now my my part OCD will my part OCD will activate once more. Focusing on the LES for this stupid thing. Wait, is it gonna move? Wait, hold up. Oh no. Okay, well, okay. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Why does it want to move up there? Well, if I... No, it wants... That is going to bother me to no end, so I'm gonna... You know what? Just for the sake of keeping things moving, I'll just place that right there for now. Just to show, hey, I need an LES there at some point. Let's continue on. So that's basically a craft in and of itself. Let's get some parachutes on this thing. Although these parachutes are mostly just going to be for, like, coming back down after the mission is over. Let's see. Although we might use them on Duna, who knows. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. And then a drogue. Not a drogue. I can never spell this word. Drogue. Hold up. Utility. I know where it is. Yeah, there we are. And I always like to organize things into stages, just in case. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So... there we go. So wait, hold up. Should we... yeah, I should probably move those forward just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That works better. Alright, so we have our little self-contained craft in and of itself. I guess the only thing missing is... well, we have power, we have... the only thing missing is, like, an antenna. But I can just... stick a, like, a little micro antenna back there just for the sake of, you know, having communications on the way down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so... alright, there's our little self-contained vehicle right there. I'm gonna work on the launch escape system eventually, just not right now. Okay, so Duna shuttle prototype, save. Yes, okay. Oh, that's an auto-saved craft. Okay, so we have our little vehicle right here. Well, center of mass is only up that far. Well, that's distorting the center of mass, so let's just take that off for now. Now, I've never actually re-entered one of these things before, so I actually do want to like test a re-entry of a biconic just to see if it works. Although, to be fair, my idea for this craft is making this a separate vehicle, like just this in and of itself, is only in the case where you need to do a launch abort. So there's an LES in it, but I guess an actual operational mission that's even on Kerbal, it's still just going to come down all as a single vehicle, like the whole thing, because it's a shuttle. It's a reusable thing. You can't go expending your vehicles. Oh, Idro Kerman is in it. Oh well. Well, Idro, I guess you're going on a bit of a day trip. So this does look cool. I do want to name this. I already figured out what I wanted to name this. I want to name it the Aurora class crew vehicle. Because a really long time ago in KSP, my standard crew vehicle name was the Aurora, and I want to bring, like, this is like a decade ago at some point. I want to bring that back. So, all right, there we go. Alrighty. Yeah, we do have a bit of a monopropellant in here, so this is very cool looking. I do eventually want to, obviously with all my craft, I always put like flags and the whatnot on it, you know, to make it actually look nice. But yeah, let's do yet another reentry, albeit this one I feel like is going to be a lot more chill than the reentries with the weird shuttle. So all right, so I guess I can talk about like the way I'm going about doing this, which is okay, so I'm gonna, as I said, this is supposed to be a crew shuttle. It's supposed to be the vehicle that the Kerbals launch on, to go up to the transfer vehicle, the dock with the transfer vehicle, and then transfer vehicle takes them out to Duna or the Mun or Minmus, because I guess we can just adapt that to those two. And then I'm optimizing it for Duna. And then around Duna, they basically get into the vehicle, go down to the surface of Duna, do their thing, come back up, dock up to the transfer vehicle goes home, and then at the end of the mission, once the transfer vehicle comes back around Kerbin, probably with a big aero brake maneuver, they get into the crew vehicle, and then the crew vehicle, or the crew shuttle lands. But I am just testing just the capsule so far. Even though, you know, there's going to be a whole lot more. There's going to be a big ass stage attached to it, and that's also going to be reusable. It's going to come down in one piece. So. Hello, Aurora Celestius. Interesting command module. What is that? This is the Mark IV-B Elara Biconic command module. I forget what mod this is a part of. I think it's a part of Near Future. It's based off of like a Blue Origin concept. But it's a biconic reentry vehicle, which means it has 2 cones. And this basically allows, as you can see, it to reenter more like a space plane, you know, nose first, you know, you're coming down nice and smooth, rather than falling back to Earth on your butt. So I'm just doing some testing because I've never actually used this before, I don't think. So I'm just doing some testing to inform the design of my Duna crew shuttle, which I just explained the whole like mission architecture for it. So as you can see, we are not coming down on our side. We are on our butt, on our heat shield. We're coming down nice and smooth. I think this is one of the Near Future mods. I didn't actually make my mod pack. Spud made my mod pack. They made it for me. So Near Future Tech. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. But eventually, my idea is that I am going to build this crew shuttle off of the there was a Lockheed proposal. Lockheed, my beloved. There was a proposal a few years ago from them for a reusable Mars lander that I'm sort of basing off of. Do you have any quality of life mods on? I mean, Kerbal Engineer. I think I have MechJeb installed. Planet Shine. Restock Plus, maneuver nodes, Kerbal alarm clock. What else? MechJeb, yeah. Even though I don't use MechJeb, I still have it because it's still useful. a bunch of random mods. So, small stuff like Chatterer. The main like parts mods are that is pretty. Oh my gosh. The main parts mods are Restock and Restock Plus, and like Near Future, and a couple of other stuff. I also have oh, what's the mod? I forgot what the mod is. I do have System Heat, but that's not the mod that I'm thinking of. It's the mod that adds the different fuel types, so I have to worry about if it's Hydrolox, Keralox, or Methalox. I can use those three options with different engines. So, that is pretty. Oh my gosh. And I also have the re-entry heating mod installed. So, actually, let's do some testing. Can we like do a bit of maneuvering with this thing? Because Biconics do have a bit of lift to them. They can generate a little bit of lift. And really, they're supposed to re-enter like this because, you know, they're not supposed to re-enter ballistically. They're supposed to re-enter more like the Shuttle or any kind of space plane. So, yeah, more nose up. Although in this case, it really wants me to go on a ballistic trajectory, but I don't know, maybe that'll change when we're not like just a capsule. So, when we have more vehicle. There we go. Okay. Here we are. Pop the drogues. Then pop the mains. And then once the drogues deploy, we can drogue. Cut the drogues. And then we're just descending upon the mains. Drop and roll, as I say, indeed. I don't know if I should have done that, but oh well, it's fine. I don't know, that's just a test to see, like, okay, the capsule, does it work as intended? And yes, it does, so. Now we can actually begin designing this stupid vehicle. Well, the main part of the vehicle, so. There we go. Nice and steady. Although we are coming down at 50 meters a second, so I might need to put more. If we're doing a water landing, it should be fine. Okay, there we go. Now the tricky part, which is... Now the tricky part, which is actually, you know, designing the rest of the stupid thing. Okay, so... couple of things real quick. Hello, Kerbal Space Program? No, okay. KSP decided it wanted to be a bit funky right there. Before I do anything, I do want to... make the nose cone more like... that, you know what? Good enough. Actually, wait, hold up. I get OCD about my part placement, so there we go. Okay. Stack decoupler. Hello? Okay, maybe not match node size. Yeah, just have it be normal sized. Okay. Oh, nope. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And then, as I said, eventually I'm going to have a launch escape system up there, but not right now. Okay. So, let's consult our Delta V map. Delta V. Well, I know what Delta V is normally. I just need a Kerbal Space Program Delta V map. Let's consult our nice little Delta V map. I probably should just have this up to begin with, but, okay. Let's do some quick calculations. Okay, so 1450 times 2 is 2900. So 2900 meters per second for a minimum round trip between 60 kilometers of Duna orbit and then to the surface and back. In reality, that's probably less because, well, you're on the way down, you're helping the atmosphere slow you down. So that's probably going to be less than needed. However, just to be safe, always like to incorporate some more Delta V into your budget. So 2900 meters a second. Times that by 2. 58,000. Yeah. So 58,000 meters a second. So let's, just for the sake of argument, like 5,800 meters a second at Delta V, which is 2 to 3 times more than we technically need, but you know what? Good enough. Okay, let's take a look at this thing real quick. Lockheed Mars Lander. Thing is really goofy. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Ironically, something like this probably be the most accurate way to do this. I don't know. I really don't like the look of that, though. That looks incredibly stupid, and I just generally don't like the textures on those parts. I know it's a stupid way to think about it, but rocket fuselage. Let's see. Liquid hydrogen. KSP Duna lander. Hmm. Uh. Hmm. Give me a second. Okay. Um. Hmm. Why am I getting hung up on this? I know what I need to make. I just what? Uh Hold up. Why am I getting hung up on this? I don't. To be fair, it's the first thing I've been doing in KSP in a long time. Okay. You know, it'd be cool if I got this heat shield texture and I just used the procedural decals to, hold up, engine plate, hydrolocks. I don't know, what would that be, just hypothetically speaking? Kerbal, 2,000 meters a second. Okay, yeah, this is going to have to be quite the sizable vehicle, all things considered. If we want to SSTO this thing, even on Duna, that's gonna have to be quite large. Hold up. Let me look at some more reference photos real quick. Let's see. Do. Okay. I need an engine plate. Engine plate, 2.5 meters a second. I just realized I'm just making Starship at this point. That's basically... Wait. Yeah, I'm just making Starship. Oh my gosh. I'm just making Starship that you just graft to a transfer vehicle. Okay, that's really funny. My... Okay, let's just see real quick. Nope, wrong thing. No. Yeah, just for the sake of argument. Etna. A sustainer engine. Let's see. It's just a J2X. Hold up. Okay. Oh, this is gonna have to be a massive lander. Okay, then I can actually, like, make it look like the Lockheed thing, right? Am I just way overthinking this? I probably am. Because, like, the Lockheed thing has... let's see. Yeah, just convert to Hydrolox real quick. Yeah, that's liquid hydrogen. What am I doing? uh... I mean, that kind of looks like it. That kind of does. And if I just... I don't know, just for the sake of, like, argument. Yeah, okay. And then a vacuum... 4,000 meters a second of vacuum delta V. That is a lot. Let's see. Why am I not satisfied with this either? Why am I just being completely indecisive today about literally everything? I tried to do a Kerbal Space Program stream. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, and let's just keep going. Let's see. I need an engine plate. And then okay. There we go. Show all, hide all. I mean, okay. I have realized something, that if we are doing... If the point of this thing is to make this thing eventually land back on Kerbin, I need... What am I making? What am I actually making? I don't understand what I'm doing. This is so stupid. Let's see. Wait, hold up. Let's see. Oh wait, no. One of that's... okay. Let's see. Why is that sideways? Okay, there we go. There we go. And then... Okay, there we go. And then just do the same thing right there. Oh wait, no, that's still not even. Okay. Okay. Why? That looks stupid. This whole thing looks so dumb. Okay. Well, do I really want... okay. You know what? I frankly have no idea what I'm doing, what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a Duna lander, but I think I'm dramatically overcomplicating it in my brain. I feel like I'm overthinking all of this. Let's see. Oh, I did not know that I still had the display up. Huh. Dang it, I normally don't get this flustered while playing Kerbal Space Program. Maybe it's because I just haven't played KSP in the regular in, like, literal months. But, huh. You know what? I am tired. I don't know what to do, and I'm getting flustered, which probably means is my brain telling me that I should just stop for the night. Actually, one more thing, just to see. Aerodynamics. My other idea was to use that as the base for the stupid Duna lander. But I guess I'll just continue to think about this. Yeah, I'm overthinking this. I've wasted about 3 hours of my time trying to work on this, and I haven't had any sort of breakthroughs yet because I'm overthinking it. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock? Okay, well, I think I'm gonna get to bed. So, well, I guess I can show you something that I actually did make at some point. Let's go ahead and open up, uh, what is it? Can we open this up in the SPH? Maybe now is not the time for a Duna mission. Let's load up the Odysseus 1A, right? Just, this is a vehicle that I was working on, that I actually made. I actually really like the look of this. This was like the beginning of my forever save. Yeah. Odysseus 1C, which is a 3-core variant, or 3-core no upper stage, and then 1B is 3-core and upper stage. And I also started work on this is a separate save that I was working on. I started working on a logistics spacecraft that was loosely based off of the Big Gemini capsule. Can that hold 4 Kerbals? Yeah. Maybe I should just continue working on this save instead of trying to go off and do like a reusable Duna thing. Because I guess if I haven't played Kerbal Space Program regularly in a bit, then I probably should just go back to basics rather than just doing something that I didn't know how to do. But I guess in that case, yeah, I think we'll just work on my forever save. Screw it. I'm sorry that this stream has been such kind of a disappointment and that I got nothing done. But I am tired and I'll probably like watch an episode of Cowboy Bebop and then go to bed. uh, but thank you for those who actually showed up. As I said, I'm sorry. Thank you, James. Thank you, Average. Thank you, Gam. Crimson. SpaceX's Life. Kara. Aurora Celestius. And that's about it. And thank you, Banana Man, 2712 for the follow. I don't know when I'll be streaming again. I do have a couple of weeks where I don't have any major exams, so hopefully I will have some time for stream. Maybe next Friday. I know Pat wants to do something with Railroader next Friday, so maybe we'll do that. Yeah, I need to go fix that chat thing, and then I guess the future KSP streams will just continue to work on my forever save that I did start on. But, anyways, thank you all for watching. A freeze warning begins in my area, 2 a.m. tomorrow. Huh? Okay, that's strange. And, I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Oh yeah, I probably should raid somebody. Hold on, let me... Who can I raid? Should I raid? Who else is playing KSP? Well, it probably helps if I didn't accidentally close out of stream. Creator dashboard. Yeah, I'm live. This is the worst end of the stream ever. Great channel. Following. Not following. Same category. Sure. Space Monkey. Go watch Space Monkey, I guess. I sure feel like I'm a monkey right now. Monkey Brain, Bird Brain by Kasane Teto. Alright, well, I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Good night, everybody.